finding stone's a real pain in the computer because how many other things contain the word stone.
Yeah, I mean, it's alphabetical, which helps a little bit, but not much.
Oh, it is now night, I can go and sleep.
Oh, it is.
I can get rid of the rain, finally.
Right, where am I likely to find Pam's Harvestcraft stuff?
Twilight Forest?
Twilight Forest,
or
yeah.
Hunting Dimension.
So there are the gardens
Yeah.
that can drop the stuff. Can we just make the gardens?
But you can probably find them in the Twilight Forest or the Hunting Dimension.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I need an almond to make you some fairy bread.
Okay.
Because I think that's probably the best thing.
Right, I think it's just mushrooms holding me up now.
Would you like me to do that instead?
Is it something that's pretty quick?
I have not looked. Yeah, I could set up a photogenic insulator.
Yeah. That feels best, given I can't make the flowers that eat the bread until we've got mushrooms.
Actually, if you set up a Spores Recreator, that's probably the best thing to do.
You say this, I have no inventory space.
Well, I'm currently sat in the Hunting Dimension on my tablet.
My inventory is full of things used to make runes.
Yeah. Well, so
Spores.
I'm starting some of the ingredients for it in the computer. All it's missing is the mushrooms.
Right, it insists
Ironically.
on red mushrooms.
It does insist on red.
Right, so we don't have any of those. I've got 2 browns.
Nah, doesn't count. Right. Hunting Dimension. I don't think Pam's stuff's actually spawning in here, unfortunately.
Might actually be making twice as many
What's this?
runes as I need, but that's not a bad thing.
Actually, Wonder Garden.
Well, if you see some red mushrooms, you probably won't in the Hunted Dimension. I'll go to the Twilight Forest.
The Nether might be a better bet.
I'm not going to the Nether.
I mean, that's fair.
They will be so easy to find in the Twilight Forest. I mean, the portal has 2 red mushrooms against it, but obviously breaking those will break the portal, so...
Yeah.
But we spawn in a large mushroom biome, so I'm just going to break one of the large red mushrooms, and then... I mean, you think logically that I could break its blocks into normal mushrooms, but you'd be wrong. You would be wrong. I can, in a factorizer, on split mode, I can make them into normal mushrooms. Let's do that. Let's find our factorizer that's in split mode. Because we'll have one somewhere.
Ah. Do we have a market?
I don't know.
Feels like the kind of thing we would have. Rather than running all over the place, in theory, I can just trade at a market. And just get a sample.
Right, I've got a Spores Recreator. Don't know where to put it. Might just leave it in the computer.
What, for me to set up?
Yeah, I now have enough mushrooms
That's
because I went and
fair.
found some mushrooms. So,
Right, market. That's surprisingly simple. We have no wool. There we go. Right. Market. Give me... A rack bunch just fell from the sky.
oh, that's a bit weird.
He made a very cartoonish whistling noise as he fell. Right. Recipe for almonds. I
So I can right click with an empty hand to add back the last recipe, but it doesn't add back the crystal runestone, which is a little annoying.
Hmm. No, I don't want to teleport next to the portal. Let's get a kit. Get the augments. We are running out of space for the phytogram.
Yeah. Well, we are in that
Space.
pocket dimension. Maybe between sessions we need to make some more pocket dimensions.
Yeah.
We've not actually made one on camera yet, but...
Have we not?
No, because we did them all before we came back to it.
Feels like
To
the kind of
fix
thing we
the
should have
lag.
done.
We had to do it to make it playable, and we've not done one
Yeah.
since.
We'll make one at some point. It's fun. Right, that's green. That's stays red. You get that. You get
Still on power
that.
1 on the terrestrial agglomeration plate. The plate does appear to have turned off, though.
That's something, I guess.
Like, it was lit up before, and now it's not.
Stick that up there. Right, input bus. There's our wrench. Right. So I need conduits. 1, 2.
Are you still crafting these?
Still crafting what?
No, it does appear to think it's finished. I'm not sure where it's got that idea from, because it hasn't, but...
Orange.
Look, you've only crafted 4. Where are the other 2
There we
that
go.
you already had? Oh, there they are.
You're not connecting. Almonds. Make me some almonds, please.
Four, 5.
I need a sapling. Infuser.
Right, what are the other components?
There we go.
Air rooms.
That's
Carpet,
better.
feather, string.
Oh. Right. So now we're getting almonds. I can fix this recipe.
I've run out of feathers.
What?
It's a surprising issue.
Right. Almond. There we go. I think I just replaced the wrong recipe.
Right, how am I going to make more feathers?
I did. Right.
I can't. We don't have a way to make more feathers.
So heavy cream is what I've just replaced.
I'm going to have to go and kill these chickens.
And then milk.
Don't feel good about it.
So that's heavy cream.
And we rate to make more rooms.
Right, so we have heavy cream. We have salt.
This sounds like
Now
quite
I ask it to
complicated
make-
bread.
Only a little bit complicated. I'm making fancy bread.
Fancy bread.
Well, at the moment I'm programming butter into the computer. Because that's a normal thing to do. Oh, my Bible calls are finished. Right, I'll do that in a minute. So this butter can then be used for fairy bread. I think. There we go. So the fairy bread is now programmed into the computer. Right, you made a Spores Recreator.
Yeah.
Needs water, that's fine. Right, where? I'll stick it here. Fluid, export bus on the side. So that's now got water. Let's stick all the mushrooms out. See if I can figure out how this works.
Right, I've made all my runes. Well, I've made the base level runes. Now I need to make the higher level runes out of them. So I need, if I'm making 8 flowers, I need 7 more runes of summer, which means 7 earth.
Does it matter which
7
type of
air.
mushroom you have?
No,
Do you need both or just one?
I only need 1 to make runes.
Okay.
14 sand, 7 slime, 7 melon.
I think we'll do it. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's get a higher level chest. We'll just go for a gold chest. We don't need too many mushrooms. Right, so that's going to be brown out. That's going to be brown in.
7 more
brown
blank
in.
slates. I might have to look at automating this between sessions. I think it's going to be really complicated to set up.
Certainly. Right.
Condensed flame. Hey, but part of the issue is we don't actually have half of the ingredients for the runes automated, so what's the point of automating the runes?
Well, I can automate the ingredients for the runes if you would like, but we need those runes automated, or at least some of them. I mean, I can go through and find which runes need automating if you want. But
We might as well automate all of them, but we need to automate all the component parts first.
Well, yes. Right, mushrooms are now stockpiling. So at some point we'll now have mushrooms stored. Once I've stuck a storage bus on it. It just will take an hour or so to build up. But that's fine. Because we're leave it running. I am making that, which needs
And
8
back
and
over
11.
here, put a condensed flame on.
1, 2, 3. 4. Pedestal tier too low. Because I snuck the wrong thing in. Fusion core. Find me a new one. Because that won't take too long to do.
Oh, we've made it up to a power level of 2.
Ooh. Yeah, we need to either stockpile lots or get a much better source.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'll just be one recipe per 20 episodes. Right. That I think is now finished. So let's set that recipe going. There we go. That's another thing done. 2, 3 of those. And that. And that is an advanced dislocator.
A quest.
Ah. Quest done. Right, we now each have an advanced dislocator if we would like to use it.
Okay, I don't know what it does, but sure.
It's like your teleporter, but you can set multiple locations. It's powered by ender pearls though, so yeah. Right. Awakened core has now been done. We're working to create blocks on here. Getting through draconic evolution. So I need a chaos fusion crafting injector and chaotic core. Can I make that? No. Can I make that? No. I need chaos shards for both of those, and I could not be bothered to do that recipe. But apparently I need to. I have an energy core.
I forgot I get the runes back.
You do.
So I didn't need to make a ton of sets of air and earth runes. I could have just made one, and I'd keep reusing it.
It makes it both harder and easier to automate.
Mm.
Because when the recipe finishes, the runes go flying off, and if you leave them, they'll just fall back onto the table.
Yeah.
Ready for the next recipe. If they fall back onto the table.
Also, if you were to ask it to craft 10,
yeah,
it would look at it and think, right, I need 10 of all the ingredients then, not knowing that the ingredients are reused.
Well, no, because you can tell it to do 10 of everything except the runes. But you also can't throw... You have to throw one of each ingredient on and then wait for the recipe to complete.
Yeah.
Because if you throw 2 melons on, it'll just block everything else from being crafted. So it's rough.
This is why I don't
Difficult
like
one to do.
automating these sorts of things.
But you do when you have to sit there for an hour just making runes over and over.
I mean, that's what I'm doing at the moment, so...
Yeah. Let me have a look at the runes. See which ones we're actually likely to need to automate. So rune of water... Probably not. Unless it's used in a higher tier. Rune of fire, probably not. Actually, let's start with a higher
You may now
tier
be
ones.
nicking my runes, by the way.
I do have a rune of air. I will stand away.
I also... I've only made 7 runes, so I hope there's one in the chest.
Rune of envy, we will need. So
Yes, there was a spare one in the chest, good.